Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a little video, Rob's rambling on why sometimes I collect sort of two of some knives, but will never really collect two of the exact same knives. This is just my perspective on knife collecting. Everyone is different. Everyone has different tastes and different things that they love to collect. But this is where I stand and where I'm at in my knife collecting journey as we are today. I'll start off with my Spyderco Paramilitary PM2 and PM3, or Paramilitary 2, Paramilitary 3. It's usually abbreviated PM2, PM3, right? These are two knives that I have in my collection that I really enjoy. If you notice, both of these have the Arctic scale, the fat carbon Arctic scales on them, which was something that I really liked at the time and I really enjoy on these two knives. I think it looks great, especially in the sun, if you have the right light, and I don't know if we can capture that with the lighting in here, but man, just fantastic, right? I don't necessarily I really won't collect more than one Paramilitary 3. For me, once I have one that I like, that's enough. I know they make these and you can get a Paramilitary 3. This one is in CPM. If you can see that CPM, let's get that focused. Why can we not get that focus? Let's get that focused. There we go. CPM S45VN, right? So I really like this particular. Why are we not focusing? Come on now. I really like this particular knife and this steel. I think it's a good steel. There is crew wear. You can get this in, I believe, S110. You can get it in, what else? LMAX. There's a whole bunch of variations of the Paramilitary 3 that you can get. But to me, as long as I have a steel that I really want, I'm fine with it. I will admit, like the S30VN steel or S30NVN steel or whatever it was, I was never really a great fan of it. It's a good steel, and I'll tell you, Spyderco does a great job on their heat treat of steels. And if there's a place you want to go to really get a well heat treated steel, it's Spyderco. They do an outstanding job, and their edges are insane. They really are. They have insane edges, and we're not focusing again. Why are we not focusing again? Come on. Here we go. So, they just do an outstanding job on their edges. Their edges are just ridiculous, right? All that is just wonderful. So, but I really, really do enjoy the Spyderco lines and their steel. So, once I find a steel that I'm happy with, I'm good. I don't need all the variants of the PM3. It's a knife that I like to carry, but I've already picked out what I really like about this particular one, and that is, the scale that I added. I customized it, and I put the Arctic Storm fat carbon scale on there, and then I put this is a Pacific Suns deep carry clip. I know Lynch makes some as well that are really highly recommend as well, and it does allow it to deep carry much further than the traditional, Spyderco clip that is way down further because they prioritize that lanyard hole. I'm not into lanyards, so to me that's secondary. I did put what's called an SME. I don't know if you can see that. That's called, or CME, sorry, CME, Compression Made Easy. OCD for EDC. He's the one who created these. I think he did it to help left-handed folks, because when you use this knife and left-handed, it makes this much easier to open and close, right? As a lefty, a lot of times this compression lock is really hard to close over here, but with that it's much easier. But as a righty, it makes it really nice as well, because I can almost flick it open with that as well. So that's really nice. That for me made me very happy. So my wife got me this for an anniversary present, and I really like it. It's a much larger version, and when I need a bigger knife, I really like this. As you know, with all Spyderco, they have that finger choil in the front, which allow you to grip forward. You can do a lot of precision cuts, which is nice. This one as well, as you can see right here. Let's make sure we get that in focus. Get the light on there. Oh, come on now. There we go. You can see that's the CPM S45VN steel as well. Are we focused? Why are we not focusing? All right, there we go. So Again, same steel. I'm very happy with that. It's an upgrade to the S35VN steel. A little more, I believe, corrosion resistant, easier to sharpen if I understand correctly. Maybe not as tough, but definitely a great steel, and I'm happy with it. I am. I'm happy with this knife. This also has the Pacific Suns deep carry clip, which is nice. I love the Arctic Storm fat carbon scale. So to me, this is just a really gorgeous knife. I like the blue on here. It's just beautiful. It's almost like their blue fat carbon that I had on a Mini Tempest that I really enjoyed. But so to me, because these two are, the size is so drastically different, and I would use them for different things, right? When I need a bigger knife, and I like using this knife. This knife is very nice to use. So when I need a bigger knife, I'll carry this one right here. I'll carry the PM2, the Paramilitary 2. When I want a smaller knife, I like this one a lot because it's a PM3, very easy to carry, very compact. So as you can see, it's a significant, I think, size difference here. As you can definitely tell if you put the two together, right? You can see them here like that. Let's focus in on that. Come on, camera. There we go. Almost a ½ inch to almost 3/4 of an inch, right? And then the blade lengthwise, you can always see that it is significantly, I think it's significantly larger, which it is. There we go. Let's just make sure we're focused on that. All right, you can see that right there. Let's put the edge of the blade right there. Yeah, so it looks like it's almost a ½ inch, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, at least a ½ inch larger blade for sure, right? Maybe more because this right here, you see where the finger choil is. Seems like this one's yeah, it's about the same. I guess it's about ½ inch, yeah. And then the size of the blade is much larger. So, I mean, if you have really large hands, the Paramilitary 2 is really probably your main option. You wouldn't probably get a Paramilitary 3. If you have really small hands, maybe the Paramilitary 3 is your only option. You really wouldn't want a Paramilitary 2. I know they make a Paramilitary version that's now similar to all of these. It's huge. It's ridiculously huge. Now, if you got ridiculously huge hands, maybe that's the knife for you. Or if you just love ridiculously large knives, maybe that's for you. Maybe you wear gloves and you do a lot of work outside. Maybe that makes sense to get the Paramilitary. But I'm not a fanatic Spyderco fan. I know people who collect every variation of the Paramilitary 2, Paramilitary 3, Paramilitary, the Smock, the Shaman, all these other things. I mean, I have a Smock, I have a Shaman. I like each of those knives for very distinct, different reasons. But I only have one of each. And I like what I have. You know, I don't feel like I need anything else. But that's me. That's where I'm at in my knife journey. You know, I don't know where you are at. Maybe you have other reasons why you love collecting some of these other things. Maybe there's some deeper meaning there for you. But for me, I don't feel like I'm missing out. I have a knife that I can use and that's functional. And as I have kind of come to see as something true for me over the last 3-4 years, is every knife that I have, I want to be able to use. I don't like to collect knives I can't use. I don't like to have knives that are just in my collection, to have in my collection. If I can't use it, I don't feel like it should be there. I should remove it. If it's a knife that I use a lot, then I'm super happy, right? If I find out it's a knife that I could use, but I don't use it all, then maybe I'll sell it. And I did that. I did that with some high-end pieces. I did that with some other knives. But where I'm at right now, the knives I have, I like, and I use them, and I enjoy carrying them. And they work in my hands. They function as I want them to function. I need to be able to use them as I want to use them, right? I want to be able to do that. So that to me is really important. Hey, what are your thoughts on that? Where are you in your knife journey? Do you collect for certain reasons? Is there a knife that has deeper meaning because maybe a father or certain person or figure or maybe you used it in some job or something, or I don't know. Is there something like that you have a reason for collecting them? I'd love to hear it because you never know. It might spark something in me. It might spark something in others. Please leave a comment down in the chat if you would. I'd appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys checking in here today and watching this video. And if you found this content interesting, unique or different, or just something worth watching, or maybe just a good something to listen to as you're falling asleep, would you consider subscribing to my channel? I sure would appreciate it. Maybe hitting the like button. I sure would appreciate that as well. It sure does help me and help me to know what is content of value and helpful to folks. Allows me to continue maybe putting out some more content. And if you have a chance, if you check me out on over on Instagram, I'd appreciate it as well. It's Robs_nerdy_knives. Check me out and maybe subscribe over there as well. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a great day and a great week. Bye.